Very smart.
Ooh, still tagging Oscar.
Why don't let his hang in there? Maybe by a thread, but...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to IBS Fight Night 5. All of you guys in the middleweight division have been very excited about, tonight. We've got a good, card ahead of us, don't we, Valente?
Oh, yeah, we got a great card ahead. Featuring me also. This is the first time I've been in the booth. And, I'm also back in the ring tonight, so...
Yeah, this first match is between Gunnar Rhea and Sugar Ray Diamond. Sugar Ray Diamond normally is a headliner, but tonight he's opening up the night to give you guys a show to make sure that you newcomers coming in to this stream, or whether it be new to the league, get to see a little bit about what the IBSF is all about before you guys take the ring yourself.
We also get to see the Battle of the Bobbies #2.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Battle of the Bobbies too. It's going to be a great one. Um, you know, I'm just going to put this out there. Sugar Ray Diamond has not lost a fight since he's been in the league. So, I mean, this is going to be an interesting one. Gunneria hasn't had a win yet on his record. With that being said, I'm pretty sure he's hungry for his first win. A lot of these fights are very short as far as rounds go. There are only 4-round fights tonight. Wanted to kind of be a little bit more time conscious, as tomorrow we do have the first IBSF boxer draft. So I'm very excited for that. I'm excited for all of these teams. This is something new here in the IBSF, and it's going to be really fun to see where all of these fighters go to. Don't you think, Valente?
Yeah, I like the concept of a draft. All these good teams, all these good fighters. There's no wrong place to end up. It's gonna be great.
Gunner is he's doing what Gunner normally does. He's being a little bit on the defensive here, but it looks like he's trading and being a little bit more aggressive than Sugar Ray Diamond is normally.
I'm sure he looks to be playing that counter punch style.
And as you guys come in, again, don't forget to follow the channel, like it. We're trying to get affiliate. Once we get affiliate, we'll be able to do a lot more cool things here in Twitch. A little bit more things with it in regards to pre-progression, which we all love. Gunneria being really aggressive, throwing some pretty heavy hits here. And Sugar Ray kind of just standing back. I feel like Sugar Ray is probably almost a little too confident, I think, for a pro. I mean, like I said before, he's come in and he's dominated in fights past, but he's just not looking like the same Sugar Ray Diamond that we're used to seeing.
It's a 4-round fight also, so you definitely can't just wait. You gotta be able to go out there and win the early rounds, because you never know how far you're going to be fighting from behind, especially with, knockdowns and all that. This is a good round for Rhea.
And I heard that we have a record 10 people in the stream tonight, so thank you guys for tuning in. It's awesome to see that the league's growing and that everybody is jumping in here. 11. Now we have 11 people. So, again, thank you guys. Looks like we're going to end that round. And it looks to me, Valente, like Gunneria is probably going to walk out with with the win for this round. I'm going to score that probably a 10-9 going in Gunneria's favor.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I'm going to say 10-9 for Gunneria. The punch output, the activity, and of course, having Sugar Ray play on the back foot for most of the round. Great round for Gunner, and hopefully keep the momentum going. Got to keep Sugar Ray off that back foot, and yeah, let's see if he can continue that momentum there.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw last week. Last week we had our second women's division fight, and that was an entertaining one. My wife Melissa Cobb ended up walking out with a knockout, which is astonishing. This women's division, they fight really hard. At the end of the day, all of our fighters fight hard. And this is a very interesting way to open up the night here with our first undercard fight being a pro fight. And I just want to say, these fights will not go on record tonight. This is just an exhibition. Right now, you've got Sugar Ray Diamond, who is your reigning pro welterweight champion, and Gunneria. Maybe if he shocks us, he'll get that chance to try to work his way up towards the championship title fight himself.
It'd be huge, even though this is just an exhibition. Even though it doesn't go on the record, we still saw it happen.
I mean, yeah, regardless, I mean, we also have to keep in mind with the draft happening tomorrow that, you know, these fighters are going to be fighting their hearts out trying to land on the team that is best for them. I mean, we've got, Valente, you've got Martinez Minkum's, academy. There's the CD Pops Boxing Academy, or Pops Boxing Academy. Then there's the Sugar King's Boxing Academy, I think. And then, let's see, what else? We have one more. We have Black Crown Boxing. So we have 4 amazing teams here that are, vying to try to pick up the best fighters they can. And, these fighters being in the pro division, they're probably on the top priority list. And I do want to apologize for the, notifications popping up on the left-hand side at the top. They just so happened to come across while I was doing it, and I forgot to mute my Discord notifications. So I am sorry for that. And then, no, Aryan did not fight yet. Aryan's fight will be coming up soon enough. Valente, where in the card is Aryan?
Actually, up next.
So, I mean, looking at that round, it looks like another round that would probably go to Gunnar Rhea. Another 10-9 would be my guess here. Sugar Ray doing enough to kind of just keep in it, but not enough to really take the round.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2018 for Rhea after 2. And got to think what's going through Sugar Ray's head here. Is he saving energy? Because again, this doesn't count, right? But I mean, this could be a way to feel out your future, contender as well. So
yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like Gunnar Rhea is taking it easy here. I mean, he's coming in as if this is a fight for the title himself. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Gunnar Rhea is coming in here and he's showing that, he may be one of the lowest ranked, welterweight pros in the league, but he's not to be, lightly taken for. So, and I feel like Sugar Ray really probably needs to start landing at least knockdowns here to probably turn the table in his favor. I mean, with only 4 rounds, we're already in the second round, and there's not much time left here in this round. So, I mean, things have got to start changing for Sugar Ray Diamond in order for the things to swing in his favor.
yeah, the best I'm seeing right now, without a knockdown, his best way is draw. But if he can score a knockdown and win another round, he's able to take it. But I mean, I just feel like he's not doing enough to get one of those much needed knockdowns. Excuse me.
And it's very interesting here to see. You see Gunnar Rhea as the aggressor, which you don't get to see that often from, these boxers that have shorter arm length here. He's kind of having to get in there and try to play the close in game. And thank you, Haas, for, doing that for us. We greatly appreciate, dropping those results up as they happen. And, shout out here to Nico, as Nico is newly engaged. Congratulations, Nico. We're proud for you here. And, yeah. That's another 10-9, I think. So what does that put us at? 30 37? Is that correct? Did I do my math correct?
All right, sorry about that. Not bad.
It's very interesting seeing here Sugar Ray, the most of the time confident fighter that he is, fighting very conservatively, but not only conservatively, almost looking as if he's a little scared. With Sugar Ray not throwing nearly as many punches as he should. At this point, he almost has to win by a knockout, or this is probably, the match for him.
It's definitely a different style that we're not used to seeing. And it kind of makes you think what is going on through his head. Personally, I've just been, you know, downloading all that data, especially in his forum, but his future opponents, and really just putting the pause on him.
Sorry about that, guys. It looks like we're having a little bit of a connection issue. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop a Valente from the booth, and we're going to try to get him in here in a different way. Valente, you still there? It looks like Gunneria beat Sugar Ray Diamond this time around, which is a huge shock. It's probably jumped up his draft stock quite a bit here. Winning by decision, but still a win over Sugar Ray Diamond nonetheless. Sugar Ray Diamond is probably one of the top prospects in the IBSF. All right, we've got two first tonight. We've got Aryan Nurula and who else, Valente?
We got Mason Ahmed.
I hope we pronounced both of your guys' names beforehand, or not beforehand, correctly. We kind of went over it beforehand, but it's going to be very interesting seeing these two guys fight. Both have been really passionate, really active in the league chat, and at the end of the day, these two guys they're going to be a force to be messed with somewhere down the line, if not now, here in the IBSF. So I've been really excited for this match. What's your takes on things that you've seen from these guys in the league chat so far?
Still early on. Them as fighters, this is a good way to make a good lasting impression against each other. We got a good fight here.
Mason looking like he's a little bit more of the aggressor here. I believe that's Mason Ahmed in the white and red trunks. Oh, Mason rocked here. Down goes Mason Ahmed. Is this going to be an early night for Mason Ahmed? And is Aryan Rurula going to be the one, that gives him a rough start to his first fight?
Counter shot there.
And then Haas, if you would, you can just look up, or you can and then look up Gunnar Rhea, and he should pop up, and you should be able to tag him that way. Mason with some pretty heavy hits there. And it looks like Aryan is a little bit more active as far as his movement goes.
Mason comes up big in that round, but I'm gonna score that. Score that 10-8 for Norula. With the early knockdown, he control for majority of the round. I'm gonna give that 10-8.
Sorry that I'm a little quiet right now. I'm trying to find something here.
Norula started off the fight really well, getting that knockdown, but look, Mason on. Gets a knockdown there. Able to even up the score.
Haas, I'm starting to wonder if he ended up leaving the league, because it's really hard to tell nowadays without having the notification.
Great knockdown from Mason. And that's going to be lights out. Mason Ahmed with the win. And he gets it done in round 2.
Good job, Mason Ahmed, on that win there. And just letting you know, Haas, I think he did drop out of the league. With that being said, unfortunately to you owners, that means whoever is actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'll give you guys the option if you guys want to take on Gunneria. You can take him on and have him a part of your team anyways, and I'll work out the details with you on that. And then we have here, I believe it's Anthony Harris Jr. and what is the other one's name?
It's Bryson Jones Jr.
Bryson Jones Jr. I wish you guys could see how little of a screen I have to work with here as I have OBS open to, do all of this. Again, 2 new boxers here looking to make an impact.
I believe if I have the information correctly, both of these guys are debuting.
Yes, this is both their debuts. Again, this is with that new wave of middleweights that we had come in. And, it's going to be an interesting fight to watch here. It's going to be cool to see how this unravels. And I'm excited to see where everybody goes tomorrow. This is a good way for, all of the owners to really, pay attention, look, do their homework, if you would, and see it and think to themselves, would this person be a great fit for my program?
Yeah, this is one last person to see, or one last chance to see any person, especially the younger guys, the Golden Gloves, and some of the rookies around here. This is their last chance to shine and put themselves on a team's radar.
Yeah. And, another way, too, is, throughout the night and even up to the point to when we go live here on Twitch tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for the draft, which I hope to see some of you guys there, if not all of you, hopefully all of you. But, staying active in chat is another way. I'm pretty sure that we'll see some of these owners starting to, gauge interest, if you would, and let you know that you're on their radar if they haven't already. Valente, as a team owner yourself, what is it that you're looking for in these talents that you're looking at drafting?
Well, I would say in the earlier rounds, I'm looking for someone who represents like the academy as the standout guy, and then mainly the rest. I just want to be able to prove that we can build someone from the ground up. So, for example, like who we're watching right now, these 2 are on my radar because I would love to build a champion from pretty much the start of their career.
And then
I can't speak for everybody else. That's my philosophy.
Haas, Valente took your spot as an owner, and as far as EDL Ultra goes, in regards to replacing Gunner, I mean, he already had his fight, and he's no longer in the league. You're already in the league. So, I mean, you'll be getting drafted tomorrow. Speaking of boxing and fights, I'm just going to point out that the United States hockey team laid a nice can of whooping on the Canadian hockey team at the opening night in the very first game. So, yeah. I had to put that out there, Nico.
Honestly, I believe Canada won the whole cup, so doesn't feel as bittersweet as it should.
Both of these boxers, I feel like they seem to be a little slow, and it looks like they seem to be waning in energy. You know, I know it's their first fight in the IBSF, and ooh, heavy hit there.
I thought that might have been called a knockout on the spot, but
he got up real quick for being knocked down like that. Maybe it was just like he caught him at the right angle.
he's a little wobbly here.
Trying to think of who's in what trunks, but the guy in the yellow went down, and that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, Bryson Jones is in the yellow. Anthony Harris in
the blue.
Yeah, that was a beautifully executed shot by him.
Yeah, if that would have been a knockout, I would have definitely easily called that knockout of the night, at least within contendership.
He's still putting the hands on him. Another
and
knockdown.
Down goes Bryson Jones Jr. again, taking a knee. Still getting up, and it looks like we're probably going to close out. Yeah, we're going to close out the round right there with that knockdown. I mean, if that round doesn't go to Harris, I don't know what these, judges would be thinking.
Yeah, that's 100% at bare minimum a 10-8 for Harris Jr.
And Bryson's
I've seen some worse judges on my days of calling these fights.
Yeah, Bryson Jones Jr., though, looking very brolic, if you would. He looks very intimidating.
I will say this is a good chance to see how we can fight back from adversity, being knocked down twice in just the first round.
I mean, that's easily a 10-8 in Anthony Harris Jr.'s favor. And just want to put this out there are still 4 more lifetime pro memberships and out there. For those that don't know, what that means is if you buy it, you have a lifetime of pro boxers. So it's a great price. It's $100. If you already have a pro boxer, it is only $80. So with that being said, if you're interested in it, don't hesitate to hop in the Discord, message me personally, or open up a ticket, and I'll do what I can to get that ticket handled and taken care of.
Another great shot from Harris, and kind of just walking him down at this point. This is a lesson in boxing for Bryson. That's
Down
another
goes
knockdown.
Bryson Jones Jr. again. I mean, he's really hurting. That many knockdowns this early on. Wow, getting up again. This man has heart. I don't know if I was him, I would stay down because all of these hits look like these knockdowns are like heavy hits.
You're taking a beating. Definitely behind, and another one. This is just a clinic from Harris.
What is the updated number of viewers out there, chat? And EDL Ultra, you have to reach out to me, Clayton Cobb, about that Lifetime Pro.
Well, despite being knocked down 4 times, Bryson Jones Jr. is still getting up and getting back to the stool.
I believe this is actually a 4-round fight. All of these fights tonight, I believe, are 4 rounds.
Well, this is going to be the biggest separation of score in a 4-round fight I think I've ever seen.
I mean, I put together tonight's cards, this way because I want these fighters to come out and really showcase what all they're about, regardless of the length they go. We could always make it a long fight, but at the end of the day, I feel like 4 rounds is enough to showcase what these boxers can do in the ring.
It's definitely enough for Harris. I believe we're in the 4th round.
The only way for Bryson Jones Jr. to win at this point is he has to win via knockout. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen for him.
You see him starting to slow down also. It's like those body shots have been really affecting that tank of his.
I mean, I think this is the largest margin winning we've seen so far scoring-wise in the history of the IBSF. Because, I mean, honestly, the level of fighting that I've seen all fight from Bryson Jones Jr. just gets him a 7 in my opinion. And so far, Anthony here scoring 10s across the board.
Yeah. Can't help but agree with you there. And honestly, that could have been a Bryson round, but it's not going to make that much of a difference, as Anthony Harris wins by unanimous decision. Shocker.
Congratulations, Anthony Harris Jr., on your IBSF debut and win. I know Bobby Black has a fight coming up tonight, and so does Bobby Bangers and Battle of the Bobbies too. When is that coming up?
Actually, right after Jalen Williams and Marion Scott.
Which is now. So Jalen Williams and Marion Scott, both coming in and fighting their first fight here tonight. Another group of middleweights that, these coaches, these club owners are keeping a close eye on, trying to figure out where they want to, be drafted. And, EDL Ultra here is talking a lot about Black Crown. It seems like he really wants to be a part of the Black Crown Boxing Club. And to answer your question, Haas, Anthony walked away with the victory in the last match. And hopefully, as this game is around a little bit more, we'll be able to get more personalized walkout tunes. It'll be awesome when we can. But for all of you people that are new to the IBSF, how do you feel about the IBSF presentation and broadcast?
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Valente, are you excited about this matchup here?
This is a great matchup for these two debuting guys. If I got that information right, just like every other fight so far, this one has the potential to be a barn burner.
Yeah. I mean, these guys, I'm trying to recall their fighter handles. I mean, not their fighter, but their Discord handles, and if they're even in stream chat tonight. So sometimes it's kind of hard to, figure out who's who when you get them coming in here to a Twitch stream. And just so you guys know, once these fights are done, we'll work on getting them uploaded to YouTube so you can see this anytime you want to. Looks like he's dazed already.
Good opening from Marion Scott. Got him dazed. Now it's putting the pressure. Good first round from both of these fighters. I'm going to have to score that 110-9 for Marion Scott. He kept the pressure up for majority of the round. Got a couple of great hits in, good combos, good body shots. I'm going to score that 10-9 for him.
And if anybody out there is interested in joining the broadcast team, being a part of the team that calls the fights, don't hesitate. Reach out to either me, Clayton Cobb, or Bobby Bangers in chat, and we'll do something about trying to get you on the team. We would love to have more people be a part of it. It's a great way to become more involved with it. Valente, I'm pretty sure you can speak. It's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it.
Yeah, I have a ton of fun getting on the call, watching these fights live and, getting basically like a live reaction to everything. It's great. It's a great experience.
Which I don't know if any of the Bobbies are in chat, but if any of the Bobbies are in chat, is there a episode of the Bobcast coming up?
Beautiful combos from Marion Scott. He's got William Stays.
And if you're new to the IBSF and you don't know what the Bobcast is, it is the IBSF's premier podcast hosted by Bobby Bangers and Bobby Black.
Crazy how two guys who fought twice can sit down and talk to each other once a week for a podcast, huh?
Yeah. I mean, again, they're going to be fighting tonight. So, I mean... And it says they actually want to discuss the Battle of the Bobbies. And no, Nico, you did not miss the Battle of the Bobbies. The Battle of the Bobbies is next.
Marion Scott putting on a great round. Of course, he scored that knockdown. It's a beautiful knockdown, actually. I'm going to score that 10-8 for Marion Scott, and that puts us at 2017 on my scorecards going into round 3.
And heads up, March 15th, time to be determined, we will be having Super Fight 2. For those of you guys that are new and didn't watch the last Super Fight, it is a fight where we have the most fights. They are 9. There's typically 9 fights within the card, and they are all set to be long if they go long. So it's as close to a real pay-per-view as you're going to get for, simulation boxing. They're a lot of fun. Valente, I can't recall. Did you get a chance to tune into the last Super Fight?
Unfortunately, I was busy around that time. I do got to go back and watch that. Going into round 3.
I hate saying this, but this, to be honest, this match has not given me, much of entertainment. This probably isn't going down as one of the fight of the night, chances at winning it. Nonetheless, it is going to give all you owners a great chance to, scout out this talent.
And this has pretty much been a one-sided affair for Marion Scott. And, he continues that. Another big knockdown and gets up at the count of 7.
Rico, go ahead, ask the question, and I'll see if I can end it. Or not end it, answer it.
Oh. Big shot from Jalen. This could be a good opportunity to steal your round back. He takes a knee. I don't know if that puts a good impression on the judges. It's a huge momentum shift for Jalen, so he could take advantage of this. Going into the fourth and final round, he could potentially, set up a comeback. Going into the fourth and final round, I'm going to give Jalen Williams that round. That one is going to be a 10-9 in favor of him due to both of them scoring knockdowns, but technically it wasn't a knockdown because Marion Scott took a knee. Personally, I think the judges see that and they're going to punish him for it. That's going to be a round for Jalen Williams. Honestly, I think the scorecard for me says 29, 29-27. I think. I'm not going to lie, I lost track of that just a little bit.
So to answer your question, Mason, super fights are designed to try to get the most fights out of the night. They're usually number one contender fights or title fights. There has been no, title fight within the middleweight division yet. So, I mean, any one of you guys could be on that card. We're going to start looking at a way here to try and narrow down who deserves a shot at the title. So everybody be on top of your game as we start gearing up to go towards Super Fight, which at Super Fight we will decide who the first Golden Gloves middleweight champion is.
I hate to take away from you there, but Jalen Williams is performing a huge comeback right now. With 2 knockdowns in this fourth and final round, he might be able to steal the scorecards. Or maybe even, finish him. He's able to get back up. If I'm Jalen Williams, I'm stepping on the gas.
And if you want to call me Cassius Clay, I mean, I've never been called Cassius Clay before, but feel free to.
This might be a 10-7 round for Williams, and this could be the round that wins the fight for him. I mean, he was playing from behind going into this round, and he needed a couple things to go in his favor, and look at that.
Jalen Williams winds up the victor, making a pretty huge statement in these later rounds, the latter half of the match where it seems like most of the excitement came from.
Look at that scorecard. It was a 2017 round going into the third, and after that, just took over.
And
Jalen
coming
Williams
up
did.
next is the Battle of the Bobbies. You've got Bobby Black taking on Bobby Bangers. For those that don't know, Bobby Black is known for his knockout power. But the last time Bobby Black met Bobby Bangers knocked out Bobby Black. How does it feel again to be back in the booth here, Valente, calling the Bobby Bangers Black fight?
Actually, I think I was a part of the first one, so I'm glad to be back here for the second one. And, it's always fireworks when we see these two, whether
It's
it be against each other or against someone else.
it's always an entertaining matchup between these two. Some of the longest standing members here in the IBSF, both big contributors to the league, and both also own their own club. And this is your co-main event of the night.
And if we're being honest, this has all of the things written over it to be main event of Super Fight. Let's just be honest. Battle of the Bobbies is Super Fight main event material.
As these boxers, they develop and continue to grow. They're definitely, getting in there into that point to where, maybe one day we'll see a Battle of the Bobbies being the main event of a super fight.
Yeah, forget Riyadh season, forget all that. These guys can main event anything that they want. I don't
And
care who's on the card.
and then here, Mason, yeah, they're not pros. They're both Golden Gloves, but they're some of the top boxers in the Golden Gloves. Which, by the way, after this match, you have CD Pops in his last match of his Golden Gloves career. After tonight, he goes pro, and he'll be he'll be swinging away with the big boys. So he's defending his title here tonight.
Bobby Black starting off strong, like you said, that knockout power. Like I said, it's always fireworks with these two.
I mean, you could tell, like, even just since their last fight, that Bobby Black is not playing and that he hit the gym hard in preparation for this fight.
They might have hit a little bit more than the gym, too. Someone get a test. Because this guy is swinging.
And, honestly, I don't think we've seen Bobby Bangers get this brutalized in a single fight in his career this bad so far.
Yeah, this feels like territory we haven't seen before, and oh my god. And this could be over before it even starts.
And, we're going into round 2 here. Bobby Bangers barely makes it out of the first round. You would have to think right now that his coaches are really talking to him, telling him that he's got to get those hands up. He's got to protect his face. He's got to protect himself at all costs here. But not only that, he's got to get in there and try to score some knockdowns himself.
Yeah, he's got to get active, and honestly, about keeping his hands up, Bobby Black is punching straight through his guard. Whatever he's doing right now isn't working, so I mean, he's got to get in there. He's got to throw some punches himself. He's got to, turn this fight into his favor.
Can't help but imagine that Bobby Black's corner is probably fairly happy with his performance so far this fight. One of the best performances we've seen in Bobby Black in his entire career here in the IBSF so far.
And that's probably one of the best opening rounds in history of this, of the IBSF. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely up there. Bobby Banger starting this round off just a little bit more aggressive.
I mean, with every hit, though, that we're seeing Bobby Black throw that actually lands is like, ow. Like, could you imagine taking a liver shot like Bobby Bangers has been, tonight from Bobby Black?
Yeah, I think I'd probably die on the spot, so let's just stick to imagining that one.
Ooh, nice uppercut there from Bobby Black. What I'm noticing here, though, is Bobby Bangers is able to do quite a bit of scoring this round in regards to, landing some more hits. He's starting, I feel like he just needed that first round maybe to kind of just get a game plan in there. Take a little bit of a beating, but try to figure out how Bobby Black was going to fight tonight.
And it's unlucky that he was knocked down twice, but still got a few more rounds to work with, and maybe not.
Is that it? Is that game over for Bobby Bangers tonight already? If he gets up, that's the end of this round, and we'll be seeing round 3. If he gets up, but he's out. He's out. That is knockout. It is probably going to go down as knockout of the night, if not fight of the night. One of the two for sure.
Bobby Black.
It may win both. It may win both, which we haven't had a fight do that yet here in the IBSF, where they win both fight night awards, meaning fight of the night and knockout of the night.
And if I got this correctly,
that is a very one-sided score. Bobby Black with 10, Bobby Bangers with 7. Wow.
And I imagine even if, Bobby Bangers got up, it'd be 20-17 right now. Or not even that, probably 20-15.
Congratulations, Bobby Black, with a complete annihilation of Bobby Bangers. And then, Valente is up against CD Pops. Valente is getting a chance at the Golden Gloves welterweight division championship here tonight against CD Pops. And again, like I said, this is CD Pops' final hurrah in the Golden Gloves welterweight division, and he'll start taking on the likes of the pros.
That's a big step up for Pops.
And to answer your question, Mason, yeah, you're going to have to go back and rewatch that match. It was complete domination on part of Bobby Black. And I got to say, this is going to be a good fight. Valente, he has the knockout power. He has what it takes to go the distance. I mean, we call CD Pops the draw king for a reason. For a while, we saw nothing but draws from CD Pops. But here's the thing. Lately, CD Pops has been coming out and knocking people out, not going the distance, but instead throwing the power in there. And, I feel like, no offense, Valente, I feel like you have your hands cut out for you tonight.
I agree. I can't take nothing away from him. He started his career off just a bit slow with the draws, and ever since then, it's been nothing but wins for him.
For the longest time, he was the only winless and lossless boxer in the league.
And what I say you must obey. Good luck.
And I gotta say, like, any fight with CD Pops has a chance of being fight of the night. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we think back to him and Drake Babineau. In my eyes, that was a fight of the night candidate. That was one of the draws. I believe it
Babineau,
was
another
him
one of our
versus-
draw kings.
I believe it was him versus Walker Holman was the other draw.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's always putting on great fights. I cannot take that away from him.
Valente coming in here, it seems like he's a bit of an aggressor. And again, we've seen this mindset change in CD Pops. And he's, sticking with, that more aggressive fighting style here. But it just doesn't seem that he's as aggressive as Valente Martinez. Valente Martinez throwing some pretty heavy hands that look like they could be taking a toll on CD Pop slowly but surely. Again, another battle of the owners. We've seen the owner of Black Crown Boxing and the Sugar Kings Boxing Club or Academy. I can't remember, but that was the Battle of the Bobbies. We saw them battle it out. Now we're seeing the owners of the Martinez Minkums Academy and CD Pop, or not CD Pops, but Pops Boxing Academy, duking it out here.
We got our own version of the Ultimate Fighter finale here. Good shot there by Martinez, or should I say myself? How do we go about that one?
Call it how you want. Ooh, and a nasty hook there from CD Pops. And I will say, though, to all of those in the stream, don't sleep on CD Pops as a coach. He is probably one of the most knowledgeable guys in the Discord server in regards to, the sport of boxing, in regards to those that are in ownership of teams. And he's done really good at building his character, coming from doing, 2 straight draws to then, just coming out and winning, still having no losses in his career. And just so everybody knows, after this draft, we'll be moving into a recruiting phase. We'll let a few people come in, and we'll let new people come in, build up a little bit, and then we'll go through a recruiting phase, and we'll break down the rules and everything in regards to recruiting when the time comes.
I don't know how to score that first round, man. It was very back and forth. Hard to score, if you ask me.
I mean, that first round, honestly, I would give it to Valente Martinez on that one because he was just the aggressor, and that's how I would see it. But I'm going to score that was really close, being like a 10-9.
Yeah, that could go either way. I really don't. I really can't decide who to give it to. Nonetheless, Pops takes a knee there, so that's a great start for Martinez this round. Feels weird saying my own last name, but we're going to rock with it.
I'll say this. Don't sleep on these, boxers that take a knee. Sometimes they just get a heavy hit and they need to take a knee, catch their breath, and they get right back up, and they're all business. Sometimes even come out and win the match.
Yeah, we know Pops. He's been one of those come-from-behind fighters before. He definitely can do it again.
It's almost as if we're seeing a revitalized and stronger version of that former Pops. Ooh. And down goes Martinez.
Knockdown for knockdown this round.
I think Martinez is showing that he may have what it takes to be the next champion of the Golden Gloves welterweight division.
Yeah, the swapping of knockdowns that practically just resets as if knockdowns didn't happen. So outside of the knockdowns, I really don't know who won that round there.
That one was, I feel like that was an even closer round than the first round. Even so, I mean, I'm gonna give that one 10-9. Pops, making the score 19-19.
Now I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if scoring works as if both guys get a knockdown. Can someone still get a 10 that round, or does it go to nines? Not certain. But if that is so, I agree with you. I think that is a 10-9 Pops round. It's been very even. It's gonna be one of those controversial endings, I feel. It's gonna be one where
Pops
50% agree.
Pops, being the most knowledgeable one about the sport of boxing, says someone always gets a 10.
Unless a point deduction.
Valente looking a little bit more gassed here than Pops. And, you know, that's when Pops is really starting to shine here now.
Beautiful start to the round for Pops. And a great combo to the body.
Ooh.
And that's rocks Martinez here.
Rocked again.
Uh-oh.
Martinez doing the smart thing and backing up and trying to keep the distance is like really kept him in this round as far as, you know, staying on his feet.
This is 100% a Pops round. He's been in control from the start. Gets another knockdown.
Down goes Martinez. Will Martinez get up? Let's see everybody's prediction in the chat.
Gets up at 7.
And that's the end of that round. I believe we are now in round 3. Going into, are we going into the final round?
Yeah, this is the fourth and final round, and that round was as clear as day as any other one could be. Two Pops with, I believe, multiple knockdowns that round.
Yeah, I mean, if not multiple knockdowns, multiple, rockings. You definitely have to give that round to CD Pops there. And, you know, could win him the fight if this goes the distance.
Yeah, that is 100% at bare minimum, 10-8 round for CD Pops. Going into the fourth round. Honestly, it's still too close to call. That first and second round could be, you know, not the way you want it. If you're Pops, you probably want to keep your foot on the gas here. I'm going to try and keep Martinez on the defensive. Good shots there.
I feel if Martinez goes down this time, I don't feel like he's going to get back up.
I can't help but agree with you, man. He's taking a beating in these later rounds. Good body shots there. Oof. And you can start to see that he's a little gassed. Just his stance is flat-footed now. Ooh, big shot there. And Pops is still standing and banging.
Pops has just been dominant these past 2 rounds. And, that endurance and that stamina really showing. And, shout out to, I believe, the birthday boy, Bobby Black. I think it's Bobby Black's birthday. He mentioned something about a birthday dinner.
Another knockdown, and that might be night-night. Yep.
And that's the fight. I mean, I gotta see how they scored this.
We won't be able to see the fourth round, but honestly, there is a chance that is, tied going into the fourth. Oh no!
Wow, Pops
I was
really
wrong.
dominated this fight entirely.
I mean, like we mentioned, knockdown for knockdown, first 2 rounds. So at that point, it's just who do you choose? Who had the better knockdown? Who had the better moments? Who had the better, who was the aggressor? That was a great fight, nonetheless.
Yeah, it was definitely a great fight, and that's been your lineup of fights for the night. And I just want to point out again that tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are having the first draft. And you guys should be there, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool seeing where everybody goes to. And again, thank you, Valente, for jumping on here and getting in the booth with me tonight. It's a joy to have you as always. I mean,
I'm happy to be here.
I gotta say, this was a great night of boxing. It's a lot of promise for the league here in the middleweight division. I mean, and we got to see some of our veterans, square up. It's going to be interesting here to see how CD Pops does in the pro division. And Valente, I gotta say, you're probably going to be one of the top contenders here in regards to, who's next to step up and take that title, to go toe to toe with Pops like that, and make it the full distance when there's been a couple times he could have knocked you out. It astonishes me, man.
Yeah, first I gotta say that Pops is gonna 100% be, you know, great as a pro. Joining that welterweight pro class. He's got a chance to really take it to the top and be champ. Very quickly.
Yes.
As for the Golden Gloves, the rest of the Golden Gloves division, you think of Bobby Black, Bobby Bangers. Those are two probably top contenders, I would say. There's a lot of talent around in the Golden Gloves division, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
The future holds a lot of surprises, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's cool seeing how this league so far has grown into what it is now. It's still growing, still a very young league, and it's cool getting to see all of you new people jump in here, jump in the stream, be active, seeing all of your passion. And I apologize if I'm short with some of you guys sometime, but I work 9 hours a day and then I come home and I try to attend to this a little bit too. So thank you guys for all of your patience, and thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you for not subscribing, but following the channel. Let's get this Twitch channel to the point where we can get those special rewards, coming out there for you guys. With that being said, keep a lookout for the voting polls. Actually, no, we're going to do this different tonight, actually. What I want you to do is go to the Fight Night results here. I'm going to make sure that all of these are up there. Can somebody else get me that final result in there real quick before we call it good? But what I want you to do is in there you'll see all of the different fights. What you'll do is you'll go in there and give a fire emoji for fight of the night, and then a 100 emoji for knockout of the night. There's not many knockout of the nights. I think, yeah, so just Hamid knocking out Aryan Nurullah, and then Pops knocking out Valente Martinez, and Bobby Black knocking out Bobby Bangers. So get in there, make your votes known. I'll take a look at it in the morning, and then I'll get that announced to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. That has been your broadcast of the IBSF Fight Night 5. You all have a wonderful night.